Okay. Hey ladies, I am here with day 8 of our 24 days of Christmas, and I'm going to make a little pocket out of these coin envelopes that I picked up from my Dollar Tree. They have 3 different sizes available, or they did at the time I got them. And there's the small one that's 2.24 by 3.5. This one is 3.2 by 4.5. And then the larger one is 3.5 by 6.5, which will still fit on our journal pages because, it's not quite as tall. So I think I'm going to start out, I'm going to try with the bigger one. I've not done this. I've seen it on TikTok or Instagram where somebody was doing this with these. So we're going to just kind of have a play. And I thought I'd bring you guys along with me since I do have to do videos for the Christmas. So I thought this might be a good one to start with. Excuse the glare. Oh, let's see if I can put something over that where it won't. Well, that's not helping much, is it? Because the package itself is glaring. I wonder if the back of a sticker pad will help. Okay, y'all just get a little bit of decoration to look at because my light was glaring. And okay, so I cleaned my mat and now it's got stuff all over it. Clean it and it gets kind of nasty. Okay, let's try this and get started. You'll need a pair of scissors, some sort of glue, and I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac, which I decorated the bottle of mine, but it's Fabri-Tac, and some scrapbooking papers, or if you want to paint it or whatever. But I'm using a Christmas pack that I got from Michael's, and that's what I'm going to be using to decorate. So the first thing we need to do is we're going to snip off the very bottom of this envelope just so that we can open the bottom. Okay, I think that looks, make sure it opens. Okay, now since this one is, and I think the 6.5 includes the flap. No, that does not include the flap. So I'm just going to kind of fold the flap over for a minute because I will probably end up decorating the, oh, there's my bone folder. Let's just kind of fold it to get it out of the way for the moment. Okay, so it is then 6.5, and I think I want to fold it up 1.5 inches to where it's folded at 5, I believe. So I'm going to, just as close as I can, fold it up about 1.5 inches. Kind of make it even on both sides. Use my bone folder. Oh, sorry. Got out of frame there. Okay. That looks pretty even to me. Okay. So what it'll, and we, if I don't like the size of it, we can always fold it up 2 inches or something on the next one if we, oh, sorry. I forgot why I had that there. I just need a flap. You know what? Let me just put my nice, pretty little pin pouch. That's prettier to look at. Okay, so now I just need to flip through and find, and they should come, they coordinate, or should, because it's in a pack. So let's do, I should have already had these papers picked out, which ones I decide, that I want to use, but I didn't. You know what? I think I'm going to go with this pink right here and these Christmas trees and see how well that, ooh, or maybe I'll do the, ooh, I think I like the green, turquoisey. Okay, let's do that. So for our, I know better than to have stuff laid out to use because I always misplace it. So we said the size of this one was 3.5, correct? Yes. I'm double check and be sure that it is 3.5. Yep. So I think what I'm going to 3.5, and with it folded now, it should be, well, that's coming up here. 4. I'm going to say 4, but I'm not. Okay, let's fold it like this. Y'all, I really do know what I'm doing. Maybe. I'm going to do it at 3.5. I'm going to do 3.25 by 3.5 because that way I'll still leave a little bit of the craft color showing. So I'm going to take care of this part first, and it's going to be like folded over, so it doesn't have to be the full length of the pocket. So let's do 3.25 by 3.5. I'm going to get my, yeah, that stuff's just going to have my paper trimmer. And I'm going to trim off this piece of white to start with. Be sure I'm still, I got to get in frame a little bit better. Sorry, y'all. It's a weird spot for my camera thing. It doesn't quite go over as far as it needs to, so it's kind of stretching. Okay, a little bit more to get that whole piece off. Okay, so let's measure this at 3 3¼ Yeah, so I want to make sure my stars are going the right way. 3¼ by 3½ Now I want to move that over out of the way for a second because I'll need it again, and I put it somewhere else. I'll probably forget it. Did I cut it too short? Let me look and see. I have a little bit of a gap there. Nope, I think that's going to be just right for what I wanted. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. So I'm going to put my, and the thing about the Fabri-Tac on paper, it doesn't wet the paper, so the paper's not going to buckle. It's not like water-based or whatever they call it. So I'm just going to put, I watch my vintage journal, and she uses this for pretty much everything. I'm not as good at it as she is, but anyway, let's see if we can line this up. I'm going to line it up with the top. Oop, you know what? I popped out a little bit too much. I'm going to go and grab a paper towel really quickly because I did not have one at my desk. I usually keep a roll right there by the desk, and they got moved. So hopefully this won't be too long of a video because they have a trouble uploading to Facebook if they're like over 15 minutes. So hopefully I can get this going here. Okay, so now to measure. Okay, got that done. So what I'm going to do now is put a little bit of glue. Am I in front? Yes. A little bit of glue along the side here. And flip it over. And put a little bit of glue here. And then hold it together for, wipe that extra glue off there so it doesn't stick to anything else besides what it's supposed to. Give it a couple of good squeezes there. And then I'm going to take my ruler, provided I can find out where my crazy self put it. And again, sorry, I know this glass mat has a glare. Next time I'll try to get my rubber mat and use it. So we're still got the 3½. So we're doing a 3¼ This is and let's do it at 1 inch and 1.5 inches. Yeah. So 3¼ by 1.5 inches on our Christmas tree. Because I like the craft paper showing through. And I'm not going to put any kind of paper on the back, strictly because the back is what we're going to glue into our journals. So I said 3¼ this way. And 1.5. Did I do? Yes, 1.5. If not, I've got some extra paper here. 1.5. So let's see if that. Yep, that'll do it. So I'm going to move that out of the way. And I'm going to take, I don't know that I'm going to make the goodies to go inside it on this video, but that may be my day 2 video. Or my day 9, because I'm 8, 9, 10 through whatever. And let's see if I can get the papers lined up with that one in the top so it looks better. Okay, there we go. I don't know how well that's showing up because, like I said, I'm not sure how much of a glare it all is putting on the, that might help a little bit. So down with the flap, you can also, if you want to, you can take, and I think I'm going to take and put another little bit of the pink trees at the top. You may or may not see it because, you know, you can leave it like this, or you may end up deciding to tuck it in when you make yours. It's entirely up to you. But let's see what size our flap is. I know we're going to have to kind of, because with it being an angle like that, that's going to make a little bit of a difference in how we measure the size. So we're going to have probably a little bit more of the color unless I could. Sorry, I talk to myself when I'm trying to figure something out, so bear with me. You know what I think I'm going to do? Instead of trying to worry about that, I am going to just take and I'm going to use my scissors and I'm just going to cut out this pink strip, and then I'll figure out how to adjust the sizes on the side there. I'll leave a little bit of the white on the bottom because that would be our snow for our Christmas trees. And we are almost done. And like you just have to, with the different sizes, you just have to adjust your pieces of paper accordingly. And you know what? What do you think? Yep, we're just going to put that strip there. I'm not going to trim it or anything. I'm just going to put it down and get my little glue strands picked out. Make sure it's straight. There we go. And let it dry for a minute. Make sure it's tucked down. So here's our little pocket that you can put in your journal. And let's see, I have some things. Okay, let's just take this, because with us having that open, you've got this pocket here, which is what we cut open. But then you also have, right behind it, we made another pocket. And then you have all the space in here to tuck something else. So you ended up with like 3 pockets. Of course, you wouldn't want this sticking out probably, but if you had like smaller little stickers or like little ATC cards or something that you wanted to hang on to and keep, you could just tuck them down in there. And then in your journal, let's see if I can find my journal, because I had it just a minute ago because I was going to play around with it, and I sat it down because we're doing 8.5 by 11 journals. And you know what? I don't know where the one is that's going to be my art. I hate it when I move stuff, because then I can't find anything when I clean up. So I bought some new journals today because Michael's had them buy one, get one free. And I actually found non-perforated ones at Michael's. So, but once you've got your little tags done, whatever page you want to put it on, you have it decorated or whatever, you can just put it right there, or it could go at a corner, and then there's your flap, and then it's in your journal. So that's one idea that you can use for your journals. And again, I bought these at my Dollar Tree. They were, I think, like $1.25, but they had the 3 different sizes. So I hope this gives you all some ideas, and I'm excited about our journals to start next year. Have a great day.